The purpose of this mini lecture is to highlight the importance of clearly defining your industry, which may seem easy, but is actually one of the trickiest aspects of strategic. First of all, why is industry so important? Well, if you recall, strategic analysis is really about understanding why you win and why simultaneously everyone else loses. Why is it that you get the rewards and your competitors get nothing? But to understand why you win, you first need to really understand where you compete, or in other words, your industry or your competitive arena. Clearly defining your industry tells you where you compete. When you know what industry you're in, you'll be well positioned to evaluate the other players and determine how to account for their strategic moves. While it seems silly, using the example of a milkshake is helpful to highlight how to think about this problem. Clayton Christensen, a well-known Harvard professor, tells the story of a fast food restaurant trying to increase sales of its high-margin milkshakes. The company did a normal market analysis, tried a few things, and found no meaningful change in milkshake sales. So one of Clayton's associates went and spent a day observing people who bought milkshakes and found something interesting. Over 40% of the people who bought milkshakes came in alone during the early hours, bought only a milkshake, and left immediately by car. This observation was a bit surprising, so this associate went back the next morning and confronted people as they left the restaurant with their milkshakes and essentially asked them, "What job are you hiring that milkshake to do?" In all cases, these individuals had long, boring commutes. They wanted something that would help them stave off hunger until noon, allow them to only use one hand, and keep them busy on their long commute. The company was able to make changes to help milkshakes do this job better, such as making them thicker, adding fruit chunks, and moving the machine in front of the counter and selling prepaid swipe cards so that customers could avoid the service lines. They also understood that their early morning milkshake sales were in a very different industry from their afternoon milkshake sales, which focused on parents who got sick of saying no to their children. Once you clearly understand the job customers are hiring you to do, you can figure out who your customers are, or your buyers, what and who you need to do the job, your suppliers, who else does the identical job, your competitors, whether others will want to do the identical job, potential entrants, and who else does similar jobs, substitutes for your products and services.